Hello everyone and welcome to the BayNet Weekly News. My name is JJ Atchison and today's date is July 7th, 2023. Deputy State Fire Marshals, along with the Charles County Sheriff's Office, responded to Bannister Circle in Waldorf of Charles County for an injured subject due to the detonation of a firework. On July 5th around 9 p.m., a group of friends were gathered setting off fireworks behind a residence when one firework went off while in a mortar tube. The victim was a 20-year-old male who sustained hand and chest injuries. He was subsequently transported to Charles Regional Medical Center, where he later succumbed to his injuries. As Marylanders enjoy the rest of the summer, there are several ways to enjoy fireworks while avoiding injury. Consider attending one of the numerous public fireworks displays in Maryland every year, or visit Office of the State Fire Marshal 2023 firework permits list for the most updated list of all legal and permitted displays throughout the state. In May of 2023, the Anne Arundel County Police Department became aware of multiple sexual allegations against the Anne Arundel County public school teacher. During the investigation, two students came forward advising Carl Houston Walls, a teacher at Northeast High School, had allegedly been sending sexually explicit text messages and photographs/videos. The suspect reportedly solicited child pornography from both victims and allegedly had sexual contact with them. Some of the acts and comments did occur on school property. Walls was charged with rape second degree, cause to ingest bodily fluids, perverted practice, sexual solicitation of a minor, sex abuse of a minor, fourth-degree sex offense, person of authority, 4 counts, and 3 counts of second-degree assault. Detectives assigned to the Criminal Investigations Division have arrested a suspect in connection with a homicide that occurred in the parking lot of Home Depot on Jefferson Farm Place in Waldorf. On July 2nd at 12:40 a.m., officers responded to a burglary and a theft in progress at the Lowe's Home Improvement Store in the 2500 block of Crane Highway. The suspect, Brice Caleb Timothy Brown, 20 of Waldorf, broke into the business, stole a forklift, and rammed it through the rear gates. Brown left Lowe's on the forklift, entering the parking lot of Home Depot on Jefferson Farm Place, where, for unknown reasons, he rammed the vehicle that was parked in the parking lot. A woman who was asleep in her car got out when the forklift struck her car and began running away. Brown followed her, struck her with the forklift, and ran her over, and then stole the victim's car and fled. Officers who were investigating the initial burglary at Lowe's canvassed the area and observed the forklift in the Home Depot parking lot. They subsequently discovered the victim underneath the forklift. She was pronounced deceased on the scene. The victim was later identified as Glorstein Pinky, 73 of Waldorf. After pursuing leads, detectives were able to positively identify Brown as the suspect. He was arrested during the evening hours of July 2nd. The victim's vehicle was recovered near the suspect's house. Brown was charged with first-degree murder, second-degree murder, assault, theft, and other related charges. He is currently being held at the Charles County Detention Center without bond. The Annapolis Police Department is seeking help in identifying the suspects who assaulted the officers. The following are photographs of the suspects at the time of the incident. On July 4th, 2023 at 10:13 p.m., officers responded to an earlier call of shots fired in the 700 block of Newtown Drive. While on the scene, officers observed the subject start to light an illegal aerial firework. An officer approached the subject and told him not to light it. The subject, later identified as Yamiko Brown, 22 of Annapolis, responded with profanity and proceeded to light the firework anyway. As the officer approached to place Brown under arrest, Brown pushed the officer, causing the officer to go to the ground. Officers began to struggle to arrest Brown, resulting in an injury in one officer's arm. Officers called for assistance as a crowd of people began to gather around Brown and the officers. After placing Brown in handcuffs, officers walked him to a police car for transport. During this process, a female subject from the crowd grabbed an officer's handgun in the holster and attempted to remove it, trying to disarm him. When the officer blocked her from doing this, she ran off into the crowd. While still waiting for Brown to be transported, the female subject returned and punched the officer. The female immediately ran into a building and a large crowd of people blocked officers from arresting her, and at least one other male subject assaulted an officer. The officers are working to identify the female and male subjects so they can be charged with assaults. Brown was charged with discharging fireworks without a permit, possession of fireworks without a permit, 2 counts of second-degree assault, resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, and failure to obey a reasonable and lawful order. Brown was released by the District Court Commissioner on his own recognizance. This is an active and fluid investigation. And for more details on that article and every single article that we covered today, make sure you click the specific link down in the description below. On June 27th, 2023, Brice Trossbach, a Naval District firefighter at Patuxent River, was tragically killed during a house fire in Leonardtown. In preparation for his services, which took place yesterday, Callie Kishpaw, the owner of Old Town Barbershop in Leonardtown, proposed offering local first responders free haircuts. She then called her mother, who helped her get the word out. Since she announced the free haircuts on June 28th, she has given approximately 20 free haircuts. Kaylee appreciates the support of her loyal clientele, as she has had to squeeze in the free haircuts into her already busy schedule. Kaylee regularly helps out people in the community, offering monthly discounts for first responders, military, and senior citizens. Get ready to rock and roll. RoachFest is back for its third year, bringing you an epic showcase of original music like never before. RoachFest has a unique origin story that adds to its vibrant spirit. RoachFest was created in 2020 in the height of the pandemic by the band Roachzilla. The inaugural festival took place in someone's backyard, featuring 10 bands. The overwhelming success of that event paved the way for bigger things. RoachFest isn't just any music festival. It's a celebration of original bands and a community coming together. Prepare to be blown away by an all-new lineup of bands, with acts traveling from as far as New York, Virginia, and Pennsylvania. Southern Maryland is about to become a melting pot of musical talent. This is your chance to discover fresh sounds and support up-and-coming artists. RoachFest will feature a mind-blowing lineup of 20 bands spread across 2 stages, ensuring non-stop entertainment from start to finish. This event will take place on July 15th. For more information, make sure you click the link down in the description below. 2 of the Leonardtown Wildcats Youth Football 14U team played in the Dream All-American Bowl at the Lucas Oil Stadium in Annapolis on June 18th, 2023. John Fort Jr. and William Shane Saunders played together on the Wildcats 14U team this season. The 2 were selected out of over 10,000 nominations to play for middle school teams. They were placed on opposing teams and enjoyed the chance to have a rivalry. Wildcats president John Fort was there to watch the boys play. However, after some coaching flight cancellations, he volunteered his time to assist as a defense coach and lineman for the Gray team as well. The final score was 25-24 in overtime, with the Gray team winning. This was truly an amazing chance for the players to learn from high-level coaches and compete against elite-level players. And of course, to end off every single BayNet Weekly News, we're going to be going over some of the events that are coming to Southern Maryland, and the big one will be happening this weekend. It is going to be the Potomac Jazz and Seafood Festival. Do you like jazz? It's a B-movie reference. There's going to be tons of it. So it starts today, this evening, from 5 to 7 p.m. There's going to be a band playing in the Leonardtown Square. And tomorrow at St. Clement's Island Museum will be the main event of Jazz Fest. There's going to be a bunch of stuff happening. So make sure you click the link down in the description below to get all of the details. But that's all we got for you this week on the BayNet Weekly News. Again, my name is JJ Atchison, and we'll see y'all next week.